The abandoned hospital looms ominously against the twilight sky, its crumbling facade cloaked in shadows. Broken windows resemble vacant eyes, while ivy creeps up the walls, reclaiming what was once a place of healing. Legends whisper of restless spirits and tragic tales, echoing through the empty halls. A curious journalist armed with a notepad and an insatiable thirst for truth stands at the entrance, heart racing with anticipation. They've heard the stories of patients who vanished without a trace and the sinister experiments conducted within these walls. As the wind howls, it seems to carry the voices of the past, urging them to uncover the secrets hidden inside. With each step closer, the journalist feels an electric thrill, a blend of fear and excitement, knowing that this investigation could reveal not just a story, but the very essence of the hospital's dark legacy. The journalist steps into the abandoned hospital, flashlight in hand, casting an eerie beam across the decaying walls. The air is thick with dust, and each breath feels heavy with the weight of forgotten memories. Flickering fluorescent lights buzz overhead, creating a strobe-like effect that heightens the sense of unease. Shadows dance along the corridors, and strange noises echo, distant thuds, the soft scuttling of unseen creatures, and the occasional creak of old pipes. The sound of dripping water punctuates the silence, adding to the unsettling ambiance. As the journalist moves deeper, the beam of light reveals peeling paint and rusted gurneys, relics of a time long past. A chill runs down their spine as they realize they are not just exploring a building, but stepping into a realm where the echoes of despair linger, waiting to be uncovered. The atmosphere is thick with tension, urging them to uncover the truth. As the journalist delves deeper into the hospital's decaying corridors, they stumble upon a dusty room filled with old patient records and faded photographs. Each yellowed page tells a haunting tale of neglect and mistreatment, revealing a time when patients were subjected to inhumane treatments. The photographs depict weary faces, eyes filled with despair, hinting at the tragic events that unfolded within these walls. One particular record catches their attention. A series of mysterious disappearances linked to a controversial treatment method that left many patients unaccounted for. The whispers of former staff echo in the journalist's mind, recounting tales of a doctor who prioritized experimentation over care, leading to a catastrophic incident that resulted in numerous fatalities. This dark history looms heavily over the hospital, a chilling reminder of the lives lost and the spirits that may still linger, seeking justice for their suffering. The journalist paused, heart racing, as faint whispers danced through the air, chilling their spine. The oppressive silence of the abandoned hospital was shattered by these ghostly murmurs, hinting at unseen presences lurking in the shadows. With each step deeper into the dimly lit corridor, the chill intensified, wrapping around them like a cold embrace. The flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows that seemed to shift and sway, as if alive. Driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, they followed the sounds, their footsteps echoing against the cracked tiles. The whispers grew clearer, beckoning them further into the labyrinth of darkness. Each corner turned revealed more of the hospital's haunting past, yet the journalist felt an inexplicable pull, urging them onward. The air thickened with tension, and the feeling of being watched gnawed at their resolve, pushing them deeper into the heart of the mystery that awaited. The reflection was a portal, and the figure was beckoning them into the abyss. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the faint sound of their own heartbeat. In the center stood a large, ornate mirror, its surface clouded with age. Intrigued, they approached, expecting to see their reflection. Instead, the mirror seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Suddenly, a shadowy figure flickered in the glass, its form indistinct yet undeniably present. Panic surged through the journalist as they stumbled back, heart racing. The figure's eyes glinted with a haunting familiarity, stirring a deep-seated fear within. The room felt colder, the shadows darker, as the journalist grappled with the terrifying realization that they were not alone. The journalist attempts to rationalize the bizarre occurrences, convincing themselves that it's just the wind or an old building settling. However, the atmosphere thickens with tension as doors suddenly slam shut, echoing through the empty halls. Each bang reverberates like a warning, heightening the sense of urgency. The temperature drops drastically, a bone-chilling cold that seeps into their bones, making it impossible to ignore the reality of their situation. Panic begins to set in, and the journalist's heart races as they realize the hospital is alive with something sinister. Shadows flicker at the corners of their vision, and the whispers grow louder, almost taunting. The journalist feels an overwhelming urge to escape, but the oppressive energy of the building seems to conspire against them. With every step, the feeling of being watched intensifies, pushing them closer to the brink of fear and desperation. The journalist's heart raced as they stumbled upon a hidden staircase, its wooden steps creaking ominously underfoot. A thick layer of dust coated the air, swirling in the beam of their flashlight, creating ghostly shapes that danced in the dim light. The atmosphere grew heavier with each step, a palpable sense of dread wrapping around them like a cold shroud. Shadows flickered along the walls, seemingly alive, whispering secrets of the past. The air turned stale, and the faint smell of decay lingered, intensifying the foreboding feeling. As they descended deeper, the darkness enveloped them, swallowing the last remnants of light. Unseen eyes seemed to watch from the corners, and the journalist could almost hear the echoes of lost souls trapped in this abyss. Each step felt like a step closer to the heart of the hospital's haunted legacy, where the most chilling stories awaited, hidden in the depths of despair. As the journalist descends into the basement, a heavy silence envelops the air, thick with dread. The flickering light from the flashlight reveals remnants of past experiments, rusted surgical tools, tattered patient gowns, and faded charts scattered across the cold concrete floor. Suddenly, haunting cries echo through the darkness, sending chills down their spine. Each cry seems to tell a story of suffering and despair, amplifying the fear that grips the journalist. Flashbacks begin to surface, vivid images of patients enduring unimaginable pain, their faces twisted in agony. The journalist's heart races as they piece together the horrific experiments conducted here, each memory more disturbing than the last. Shadows dance along the walls, and the cries grow louder, merging into a cacophony of anguish. The basement, once a place of healing, now stands as a chilling reminder of the hospital's dark legacy, leaving the journalist both terrified and compelled to uncover the truth. The air grows colder as the journalist stands in the dimly lit basement, heart racing. Suddenly a figure materializes before them, a ghostly apparition of a former nurse, her translucent form glowing faintly. Her eyes, filled with sorrow, lock onto the journalist's. "You seek the truth," she whispers, her voice echoing through the damp air. She begins to recount the hospital's dark past, revealing tales of neglect and suffering that plagued the institution. "Many spirits are trapped here, victims of a cruel system," she explains, gesturing to the shadows lurking in the corners. The journalist feels a chill run down their spine as the nurse shares the tragic stories of patients who never received the care they deserved. With each word, the weight of the hospital's history presses down, igniting a fierce determination within the journalist to expose these hidden horrors and give a voice to the forgotten souls. Heart racing, the journalist bolts from the room, the echo of anguished wails chasing them down the basement's dark corridors. Shadows flicker at the edges of their vision, and the air thickens with dread as vengeful spirits pursue, their whispers growing louder, more insistent. The maze-like structure twists and turns, disorienting the journalist as they scramble to find a way out. Each corner reveals more darkness, more despair, and the chilling realization that the spirits are not just remnants of the past. They are relentless in their quest for justice. The journalist's flashlight flickers, casting eerie shapes on the walls, heightening the sense of urgency. Panic sets in as they hear the clattering of chains and the faint cries of those who suffered. With every breath, the journalist pushes forward, desperate to escape the haunted memories that threaten to consume them whole. The chase is on and there's no turning back. The journalist finally navigates back to the main floor, heart racing as the relentless spirits close in. Shadows flicker at the corners of their vision, whispers echoing ominously in the air. Each step feels heavier, the weight of the hospital's dark history pressing down. To escape, they realize they must confront their deepest fears. Memories of the tragic events unfold in their mind, reminding them of the mistreatment and suffering that took place within these walls. The spirits, once vengeful, now seem to beckon for acknowledgement. With a deep breath, the journalist steels themselves, understanding that uncovering the truth is essential for both their escape and the spirit's liberation. They gather their courage, ready to face the haunting memories and the spectral figures that embody them. The hospital's grip tightens, but the journalist knows that only by confronting these fears can they hope to break free and tell the story that needs to be heard. The struggle intensifies, a visceral clash of light and darkness, as the journalist fights for their freedom and the truth hidden within the hospital's walls. The shadowy figure within stirs, taking on a familiar shape, embodying their deepest fears and regrets. Heart racing, they realize this apparition is not just a haunting, but a reflection of their own struggles. The air thickens with tension as light flickers, casting eerie shadows that dance around them. A battle ensues, not just against the figure but within themselves. Memories of past failures and unfulfilled dreams surge forth, challenging their resolve. The journalist feels the weight of darkness pressing in, threatening to consume them. Yet, a flicker of light ignites within, a reminder of their purpose and the truth they seek. Summoning courage, they confront the figure, determined to reclaim their narrative. With a surge of determination, the journalist finally breaks free from the chilling grip of the hospital's haunting. The whispers of the spirits, once terrifying, now resonate with clarity, revealing the tragic legacy of mistreatment and neglect. Armed with this newfound knowledge, they confront the reality of the hospital's dark past, vowing to share the harrowing stories of those who suffered within its walls. Each spirit they encountered becomes a voice, urging them to unveil the truth hidden in shadows. As they make their way to the exit, the journalist feels a weight lift, knowing that their journey has transformed from fear to purpose. They are now a conduit for the forgotten, ready to expose the hospital's legacy to the world. With a final glance back, they promise to honor the spirits by ensuring their stories are told, igniting a fire within to seek justice for the lost souls. As the journalist steps out of the abandoned hospital, a palpable shift occurs in the air. The oppressive weight of sorrow that lingered within the walls begins to lift, and a serene calm envelops the surroundings. The echoes of lost souls seem to fade, replaced by a gentle whisper of gratitude. This experience has profoundly impacted the journalist, revealing the importance of acknowledging the past. The stories of those who suffered within the hospital's confines deserve to be told, not just for the sake of history, but for healing. Remembering the pain and the injustices faced by the patients allows their spirits to find solace. The journalist realizes that sharing these narratives is crucial in preventing history from repeating itself. As they walk away, a sense of purpose ignites within them, a commitment to honor the memories of those who once roamed these haunted halls, ensuring they are never forgotten. With trembling hands, the journalist sits at their desk, the glow of the computer screen illuminating the room as they type the final words of their article. The story unfolds, detailing the abandoned hospital's haunting past, the mistreatment of patients, and the chilling encounters that transpired during their investigation. Each sentence is a tribute to the spirits that linger, a call to remember the forgotten lives that suffered within those walls. As the piece goes live, readers are drawn into the eerie history, sparking conversations and igniting curiosity. Yet as the journalist leans back, a shiver runs down their spine. They recall the whispers that echoed through the dark corridors, the shadows that danced just beyond their vision. Some places, they realize, never truly let go of their dark secrets. The hospital may be abandoned, but its haunting legacy lives on, waiting to ensnare the next curious soul.